Alright, so who needs rescue? Lincoln. I'm not sure why we beat up Lincoln. I'm pretty sure he was going to do some kind of a binge. But yeah, we pretty much had to like kick his ass and then kind of go for it last week. You know, Phoenix. Phoenix is getting up here too. Alright, so the other thing I need to do at some point is also deal with this storage. But while I've got storage on the brain, let's get up here. This is where we had our massive battle, so there's a lot of blood and all that issue. That's fine. See, I need to enable vegetarian rice. There we go. That way it stops going out of there. Morning, Snipe. We'll save that so that it moves forwards. I'll save that on both. Yeah. How you been, Snipe? How's your nice day? Let's get started. Yeah, so once I've got these prisoners, by the way, my people are still in like critical condition. But at least I've got some hospital beds. You got a headache? I kind of do too, honestly. I also need to remove these. I got a couple of hours sleep and I definitely have some form of a headache. Probably like, I don't know, probably borderline just dehydration, something like that. But yeah, my oh, we got a bulk goods trader. Yeah, no, my Crohn's has gone into basically a flare up where my condition has gotten worse. So it basically means that I'm medically unwell at the moment. And anything and everything is making it kind of worse. I'll send Labia up here. It also means that I can't eat food at the moment without it being extremely painful. So that really sucks considering I barely eat at all. So I don't look forward to having like breakfast or dinner at the moment, which I usually have one or the other. One of my foals aside, that doesn't surprise me. A lot of my animals aren't going to be able to get their medical care because so many people needed it. And I'm pretty sure we ran around and made sure that all of these prisoners have medical. I pretty much remember taking them in and then having to jump. There's Wolf, so that's Night Wolf's character. I want to have a look at what your bio was. Quick sleeper, makes sense, depressive, animals, cooking, autistic, all the things. That's not too bad. Who just died? Karo did. That's okay. So long as we can sort out the rest of them. Yeah, I will definitely try to get everybody in here actually tended to. Most of them are fine, except for obviously like Karo's died. You are okay. You could still die. You've got like extreme blood loss. Ambrosia addiction, that's fine. That's not an issue. Everybody else up here looks like they're pretty much good. You've got extreme. You could still die. Like, you've been tended to, but you could still die. Alright, so we lost one. So that's what? Only taking us down to potentially at maximum 156 people? It's not really too bad. I need to even get that person, like, indoctrinated into a group. Let's see. Ellie. Oh, that's right. I have a trader coming through. Poor health. It's fine. She's got 20%. Now, those should be mine. You got turkeys. I got rid of my turkeys. Let's see. Sheeps. Maybe. I don't have any horses specifically. Chocolates. Meats. I could take meats. I don't have a lot of money though. They've got like 900. One thing I was going to take was more chem fuel. Not chem fuel. Nutrimine stuff. It's fucking expensive, but if I can just get a little bit of this in the base, I can make more medical supplies. They were okay for components. I won't try to squeak that out unless I can sell a shit ton of stuff. They also have steel, so I might as well. Okay, there's a good chance I'm going to just be able to afford whatever I want from them. Components, I don't need chem fuel at the moment. I know I need that for like pods later, but it's not a concern now. I actually have 2 trainers. I didn't know that. I have liver. I'll sell my beer. I'll sell some of the shittier clothes. That should take off the edge of money for it. I can keep some of the excellent stuff. I'm pretty sure I took like all the good jackets and shit and took them out to sale at a different location, but I think we've only got 4 people still out of base. I'll check what they're up to because I don't remember. It might be on like a mineral scanner quest, maybe. Let's see if I can avoid selling the actual good ones. Like this is in perfect condition, that's in good condition. Like that way, at least a few people will be able to walk in and grab something. Because what basically happens is they just, if it's got any percentage used, they don't fucking pick it up. They're just like, oh, okay, that's cool. I don't want you shit, and just walks out and then complains about being frozen or hypothermic. And I'm like, okay then, whatever makes you happy. What are you doing, Phoenix? Phoenix is like parkouring through the room at the moment. Let's see, mini table, marble. Sure, standing lamps. I might as well get rid of extra. I know that that's metal and shit. Oh, we might have overtaxed this guy too much. Alright. Did you have anything else special? I could get like steel and shit. They're all steel though. Damn. Alright, well, not selling that. Obviously, I probably had more than enough before I got into the hats. And I just didn't even fucking notice. I may be able to keep some of the dodgy ass jumpers for winter, if that's the case. Let's see, that's about 400, 500. Is that the good one? Nah, that's fine. Yeah, that one's the one that's pushing it over. So is there one here that's like 35 bucks? Yes. There we go. That'll do it. Actually, fuck it. Let's do it to the exact dollar or whatever it is. No, too much. Alright, I'm sorry. That's supposed to be $34. Fuck it. It'll do. It'll keep. Except that. Let's see. There's a red fox around. We'll get rid of you. Well, wait. We don't want to tame it. Knowing them, they'll just feed. They'll like keep feeding it. They'll just keep feeding it and never actually tame it. So you guys got medical emergency. Yeah, you're on. Oh, you got asthma. No, that's fine. Hawk, hummingbird. You're going to be an issue. You're going to have lots of tantrums, I'm sure. But also, I'm going to have to get somebody cremating as well. Where is my cremating? Did you guys have to take the animals through the fucking hospital? Really? Like, there wasn't any other point in time where there's, like, a path around such a place? I don't know what it is with traders, but they fucking love to just send stuff right through hospitals. Like, it's not even an issue for them. They're like, I will do it again. Don't tempt me. I am taking out all the old hospital beds, and I'm gonna need some for down here too. But once I've got all these moved, I couldn't move them before. Oh, that's right, my caravan. So I couldn't move them before because I had no space in my inventory. Now I do. I sold a heap of shit. That was the only thing I wasn't doing, was selling stuff constantly. Let's see, limestone. I don't need that. You guys have pretty much only got this compacted machinery. You should be out in about 8 days, I would hope. There is a chance that they may take longer.
Monkey.
Yes, monkey. Monkey is always good. Get these beds. I actually need them to move the fucking statues and shit around. But as soon as they do, I'm going to see if I can fit 2 to 2. Well, you got coffee. I actually have energy drinks. So there is that. Reinstall. I'll put you there. Because I don't know if the vitals monitors can work on 2 at once. I think they can. One of my dromedaries died, but that's fine. Honestly, it doesn't really matter if the animals, like, pass, because I'll just end up with meat. It's a lot more to do with whether or not one of my people or a colonist or something, like a prisoner, dies. Then I've got issues. My only problem is I can't fit extra beds here, so it literally is like restacking them there. But as people get up and out of the beds, we'll have some more space. I'll see how I go, because I kind of need to stack it up along this wall this time. And where is Vitals Monitor? I wanted to read you. Not like that. Let's see. Is it on a Mystic? Yeah. Alright, so it only works for hospital beds. Attaching one more vital monitor to the same bed will have no effect. That's fair. But it should theoretically, and I don't know, it's like I can't fucking remember. I'm pretty sure if you put one of these things between two beds, it works for both. It gives a buff to both of the beds. I will check. If it doesn't, I don't really care. I'll just have extras and I'll throw it into the next colony location. Where is this light? It's down here. Here. Okay, so if it doesn't happen to leap up to this little patch here, it isn't the slightest issue. What do we get? Visitors. Rad. Alright. Colonist fucking brother of Naomi. You got stuff to trade too. Interesting. Alright. Well, Darcy, holy shit, mate, your beard. You don't really get many of those kind of like level fucking beards in here. I don't need Cypress, I need Corpsey. Not you. Corpsey can come out and do a trade since Levy has apparently got like a little bit of hurt. Also, where is this caravan? It's 52 animals going to it. I didn't realize I had another caravan. That's alright, they're hanging around it, that's all good. Where is the people for this? 5 colonists, huh? Well, there's obviously a couple loitering around down to here. There's another one that's orange. And Fred, I'm guessing? No, he's not part of it, but you are. What is your bio? He's about to break. He's got cooking and stuff. Probably, honestly, about to, like, stop the whole operation. One of my yaks has died. What's it for? There's a bullet. That's fine. It's just one of the ones healing. Interesting they're prioritizing panthers over the other stuff. Let's see. Packaged survival meals. Medicine. Yeah. I was surprised that you had so much medicine, mate. Let's see. I could probably sell that. Yeah, I'll sell the bows because these are not mine. These are from the other group. So everybody's hurt because I had a big battle last week. We had that massive group up the top. I've God only knows how many people, like probably 50 people come in, and I had shock lancers. So I basically just took the opportunity to take everybody constantly, which is not usually a thing that can be done because not many people usually have shock lancers. The other thing too is I need to buy more shock lancers now. But I'll get to it. It will be done. Let's see, 20 of those. I thought so. Very close. I'll just make it up to on par with their money thing, so I'll just take their monies. Yeah, so all the blood and stuff you see out here isn't actually... Like, nothing out here is bleeding at the moment. It's mostly just, like, people have had a fight. Some people are dead. Some animals are dead. The animals are specifically dying... Where are they? Hospital. Because only so many of them could get tended to at a time. And only so many of them have specific, like, treatment plan type stuff. So, like, all of the pets that have names and are bonded have, like, better medical care than, say, a rooster or whatever that's basically just going to get some basic medicinal tending or whatever. Whereas I need to make sure I'm still training up a shit ton of panthers because these guys are not just my attack but my hauling as well. So once these guys get like proper names and bonded, they too will get their medical sort of stuff increased. But for right now, because any one of these, you know, number 100 whatever panther could potentially die and just like not even have like, you know, a reason for it. Like there's a dromedary over here. What's your beef, mate? Blood loss and your neck was a gunshot rifle. Are you... You might be down permanently. Anybody that's going to strike through like this could be down permanently. That's them saying that's down. I'm not sure about Cyberpunk's medical system. I'm not familiar, but it is kind of like there's multiple different layers. So best care is like usually what the colonists get. Then industrial tech is usually kind of what the animals get, herbal or industrial, depending on what they are. You could do doctor's care but no medicine. So, for instance, you could patch up a scar or something like that. But, like, I don't know. It doesn't really, like, help if they get infected and stuff. Or you can just offer no medical care at all. And that's what happens to people that really fuck up in my colony. That's the ones that I want gone normally. I also have a couple in here that have gone through critical situations where I have had to heal them extremely strongly in a very short period of time, particularly my rhinos. I had multiple cases where my rhinos went full on tank first point of like hit in the battles, and they just basically made it that they had like 3 hours left to get repaired, and that was pushing it. Everybody else should be doing okay. I'm pretty sure everybody's been tended to. Also, if they have this ticked, like Pex does, they can tend to themselves, so they can walk in here and pick up some medical and fix themselves up, which frees up a few doctors. The only problem is not everybody can do that. Like, if somebody's incapable of dumb labor or, in particular, medical, which this guy says he's incapable of nothing. I know, he's able to do it now. What about you? You can do it. There'd be a few in here that I haven't ticked because of when I got him. You can't do it. Yeah, this guy doesn't have medical, so he can't tend to himself. He can't tend to others either. He's a risk if I send him outside of the base at any given time. Yeah, if I send him out and he gets hurt or somebody with him gets hurt, they're pretty much screwed. Where is my other hospital? How are you doing? Yeah, it's almost like that, Snipe, except I choose who gets the medical care, and in my base, I'm pretty good about taking care of my people. Where is my thing that says it? Not that. I think it's this. So everybody automatically goes straight on to this best quality of medicine. That's what this white box with the light blue sort of marker thingy is, as opposed to this, which I could tell them to carry. I could tell every single person here to carry a piece of medical on them at all times if I wanted to. And that way, if anything went down, I would have immediate medical wherever. What is your thing? You're having a catatonic breakdown. That's fine. I just wanted to know why he wasn't moving. But yeah, I don't tend to do that because this guy, for instance, if I click on him, he's already carrying in his inventory, he's carrying milk and rice. So he's probably going off to maybe feed something or feed himself. And whatever they're carrying also decreases their overall weight that they could carry. So, for instance, the maximum any one of these people can carry at best is 35 kilos. Because he's got heavy armor on that weighs 15 kilos, it's automatically decreased. Any extra stuff in the inventory automatically decreased. So it would be good to like make him carry around extra stuff, but I just don't see the point in it. Nikki has unfortunately aged up and she's got bad back now. So basically what that means is if I send her out somewhere, she's going to be like extra slow and frail doing tasks. So she might not be the best person to send on certain things. You guys going? Byro does have asthma. I'm pretty sure 2 people in here actually have asthma. You're doing okay. You're like up and about. Everybody's set to talk. Yes. Frog, you, Ram. Yeah, they're all set to reduce resistance. That's what I'm looking for. If I don't have that set, they get left to starve and or their interactions never go down. So I need to reduce their resistance. And every interaction, whether it be food or talking to them, basically helps them consider joining. This person's down to 6, and if I go into social in a moment, it should tell me if anything else is like changed. I just wait until he's done to see if this number changes at all. It should tell me if it's reduced resistance. Sometimes it does nothing. Sometimes they offer them some really weird stuff to join. Also like the fact that I have somebody called Human. That's pretty sweet. In amongst an entire pack of people with like animal names, I managed to get one person that had name Human. Yeah, it just went down to 4.8. So yeah, Stephens is doing a pretty good job. And let's see. Mention antidote about meeting new people to Hawk. Alright. Well, at least that's one of the cleaner options that people have offered in this fucking colony. I've seen some really generous offers by some of my colonists before. And I don't even know if they can fulfill the offer that they requested them to do. Let's give you that. I need to check on this, see if it's growing. I haven't been certain that that area back there was growing this whole time. Also, if it's late summer, yeah, that's already set to stop. So that one's still going. That one's off. These ones all should be on. They are. Alright. So something I haven't been looking at is this area. What is the temperature in here? 25 degrees versus 16 degrees. Okay, it's still a growable area. The lights are all connected. Is there any problem with connections? No. Everything is connected. And we have power. Okay, so my only other thought about this was potentially if these are set to designate, try that. I will see if that's what the problem is. I may have just had it set not to grow, not to turn on and off, so I will see if those light up again later. I have to keep an eye on that. So that was my only thinking about that, was that maybe it was turned off, which I could have done at some point to enable like more power supply, which is why these are so full. Yeah, there they go. Okay, so they've just been turned off this whole time. That's fine. That's all I needed to know about that. Because if we're coming into, well, we're coming into like autumn and stuff soon. It's not like super rash that we got to get it done, but it is kind of good if I could at least make sure that they're not putting it, you know, where where they're fucking not growing shit in winter. Because otherwise, they're just like seeding it and letting it die for no reason. That's it. What, a destroyer sticking out of a building? Do you think this is a destroyer? It's a geothermal generator. It's basically generating electricity. It's also part of this person's bedroom, which reminds me I need to touch up their carpet in that room. Because, you know, that's the important thing, isn't the fact that it's like boiling fucking hot in this room. Not at all. Yeah, nobody's got that yet, and I don't blame them. But it's like 26 degrees in that room. That's why I've added a vent. It's what is it? That's 20. What is this? It's 26. I saw 30 something there a moment ago. Something must have really jotted up. Yeah, no. That I wouldn't know if they've got that sort of stuff in this game. I bet they do on somebody's mod, so I bet you anything that somebody will do it. I want these marble chunks moved, please. How's the kitchen going? So at some point, I'll re-enable all the campfires. Oh, Star's idle again. Look, Star, I fucking swear, love, giving you every opportunity to do stuff. I'm gonna just make it. Where are you in here? Star, there. Fucking come back. Alright. Your new objective is everything is a 1 for you. If you can fucking do it, except for doctoring, fuck that shit. But if you can do anything at all, I suggest you consider go do it. She should be able to cook, hunt, what is it? What is this? Mine. She should be able to do mining. She should be able to use the mining thing. Tailor, smith, art, craft. Yeah, you should be able to fucking do at least one of the many things that I've got available in this colony. So I'm hoping... Yeah, she's idle again. Alright, hold up. She's incapable of dumb labor. Let's get you... I've already given you a couple of skill trainers. If you keep being useless, I will send you off to battle. That's probably what will happen. There's one. What's it? Cooking. Look, sure, it can't fucking hurt. You're on like 2 for cooking. If I can send another person to the kitchen, it probably won't hurt. Yeah, no, the generators do produce heat. That's the whole point of it. Normally we would put... where is it? Here. So generally, I wouldn't have this on an open wall on this side. The problem is that that's just where shit ended up. But what it does do in here is I shouldn't need to run my heaters ever in this particular room, even through winter. I ended up removing one just in case I've kept one, in case there's any reason like this goes down or something like that and I need to produce heat in here. However, if it goes down, there's a very good chance that we can't power this area anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Even though I've got like 4 water mills, sorry. Plus, I think this side is still connected up to all the solar and shit. Theoretically, it should be able to run, but I'm not assuming it can. Now, how are you going, Star? Where the fuck are you? You're the one and only Colonist idol. Bio. Okay, you're not part of a... what do you call it? You're not part of a, caravan going out. You've got all your bits and pieces. Everything's working. 8 without a table, soaking wet, awful bedroom, and salted. That's fair. Is that your partner? Could just be a friend. In return, if you ever show up as one of my colonists and you put me in that room, I'm trying to rather be able to... Look, people get whatever fucking room they pick. If there's beds available, they pick it. Like, Moose chose this room. Once I found where he was, I just put the extra shit in to make his guy happy, because that's the stuff that matters to his guy. Where is he? I think he's like one of these guys there. That one. Yeah, because his needs are he's greedy. So, yeah, if he basically destroys shit if he doesn't get what he wants, which is... I only have a few people in here that are greedy. And I don't get to choose what kind of fucking quirks and stuff my people have. Obviously, I prioritize what kind of people I take, but if somebody comes in with a specific name, I do try to go out of my way to try to get them, if I can. Like, there's going to be a couple ones. Like, I think it would be very uncommon to come across Snipe as a name. But then again, I've got some honestly more unusual names in here, to be fair. It's not impossible. It's just, based on the names that I've seen, more unlikely than anything. Yes, these guys, they got themselves plenty of food, hopefully for fucking winter. Yeah, like 16 fucking thousand food should do, theoretically. What about the guys up top? Sure, stuff. You got more than just rice up here to begin with. You've already got like 19,000 rice, it's fine. You'll be right. How's the wildlife? I see alpacas. I don't need alpacas, but I will cull them for their meats. That would be great. So if this area is growing, finally, only took like fucking whole season to figure out what was going on there. It is getting up to like 40 odd degrees indoors, so I may have to put a vent on that for this room in itself. Yeah. So I'm definitely not gonna fucking need that. That can get out of there. And as for a vent, I could probably put it up here. I know that's going to be a little bit difficult with the walling situation, but it should be fine. I take 2 out here, because this area here is like barely able to grow. It shouldn't affect it too much. Actually, you know, I'll put it in the corner because that one can't grow there. There. Is there any other spots sparred? Not really. Alright, then I'll just do it like that. That'll do. If I can get 2 vents venting out, it's not going to help it super, like, through winter to help regulate this if it gets a cold snap, but if it's 40 fucking degrees indoors, I'm pretty sure it would be right. This one is 30. Where's the fire? And it's not really a problem. I realized I made a bridge. I guess that was some time ago. My egg production, though, is going fucking good. And I even still have, like, random-ass eggs just getting, like, dropped just straight willy-nilly out here. I should have... Because I ended up fixing this up the other week. If I can just click behind that. So I ended up making it that I can have... Because I had, like, 150-odd fucking chickens somehow. And ducks. Ducks, in particular, was where it was, like, real bad. Now we're only down to, like, 95. And so they can breed like fucking flies until I've got like that much. And as soon as I hit adult, because it's already culled that amount, I'm still only dealing with about 30 adult ducks at a time. Gives me more meat when I cull them. If I cull a bird that's that size versus a bird that size, I'm obviously getting some decent meat off that. But it also means that every one of these little baby fucking animals has to also have a level of training allocated as well, which means one of my people has to come down here and spend time with them, each individually. And the funniest thing is they also don't eat blighted plants. I was really hoping that they'd be alright with that. The fertile eggs. These shouldn't have... I'm pretty sure